Good morning, my beautiful souls. My name is Nicole, and I am here to help you reconnect with your light. Today, I would like to talk about the importance of surrendering to yourself, the importance of allowing yourself to be truly yourself. This year has been crazy. It's been so crazy. And I think a lot of us have finally had the time that we've needed to really just be a little bit introspective and to really think about what it is that we truly want. It's allowed us to question things about who we really are or who we identify ourselves to be. I think for too long we've defined ourselves by comparing ourselves to other people, and society consistently tells us that we are the same, we are the same, we are the same, but we are not the same. We are not the same in any way at all. We may share certain experiences, but no two experiences are the same. And at the end of the day, what makes us who we are is all of the experiences that we've lived through. Because through the experiences that we live through, this is how we make decisions in our life. This is how we choose how we're going to move forward in our life. This is how we define ourselves based on the things that have happened to us in the past. But 2020 is a crazy year, and whilst none of us really know what's going on, I have taken a lot of time to study the astrology this year, and what I've seen is that 2020 is a year of transformation. It's a transitionary year. It's a year in which we are being given the opportunity to redefine who we are. But now that means no longer defining who we are based on what society has taught us, based on what our education system has taught us, based on what our parents have taught us, our cultures have taught us, our friends have taught us, but really putting all the shit aside and truly questioning, who am I based on my own thoughts of myself, based on my own beliefs of myself? Because what happens is we start to lose track of who we are, because people say things like, oh no, you're not good enough at this, or oh no, you shouldn't do that, or oh no, that's not a great idea. And so because we put so much value in what other people think and say and perceive us to be, we believe these things to be true. But now, having taken the time to step away from everything and see the world as we know around us falling apart, we're being forced to re-question, is this the job that I really want to be doing? Is this where I want to be living? Is this what I see myself doing over the next couple of years? And finally, because it seems to be that everybody is in that same boat, questioning, wondering, who am I, what do I want, where do I want to be, where do I want to go, we're all asking these questions. And the thing is, as the world as we know it is crumbling and falling apart, and things just aren't what they used to be, and these changes are going to continue taking place, we're going to continue seeing major changes all around us, because individually we are changing. And the only way the world can change is if you change yourself individually, if you change the way you perceive yourself, if you change what you believe to be true based on yourself and not what other people have told you to do or believe. So what I can say is that now is the time to connect with your heart, is to really go inwards and to question, what does my heart want? What does my gut want? What is it that I've always yearned to do but have always thought would be impossible because of what everybody else has made me believe? These are the questions that you should be focusing on. We've been taught to think that putting ourselves first is not the right thing. Putting ourselves first makes us selfish, but that is not right, because if we can't put ourselves first, nobody else is going to put ourselves first. And that way, and in that situation, you will not be able to reconnect with who you truly are. So apologies, the puppy is barking. He's come to say hello. Hi, Scotty. Say hello. Hey, Scotty. Sorry about that. So the question is really, what does your heart yearn for? What is it that you've always wanted to do but you didn't think was possible? If we tap into what is happening this year, and there are so many more things that cannot be explained unless you look at them from an energetic standpoint. And at the end of the day, everything in the world is energy. We are all simply made up of frequencies that are vibrating at a different frequency. So I am vibrating at a certain frequency, which makes me appear the way that I am. But a tree, for example, is vibrating at a different frequency, and that's what makes it appear to be still. Emotions are different vibrations of frequency, and the emotions that we feel the majority of the time is how we will perceive ourselves to be. So if I'm feeling joy all the time, then I will constantly see joy around me. But if I'm always feeling miserable and a victim, then that is what I will see around me. So it's about really learning how to connect with your emotions and allowing yourself to feel those emotions. And that's what it means by putting yourself first. By allowing yourself to feel whatever you want to feel or need to feel, regardless of what people around you say. Because at the end of the day, our emotions are what make us who we are and help us to determine or make decisions in our life. So it's all about learning how to connect with your emotions. And 2020 is showing us that if we don't connect with our emotions, then these things have a way of catching up with us in the long term. And having been there and not processing my emotions in the past, I can tell you it's not a fun experience to go through. So take the time to simply process whatever is going on in your life right now, and don't feel the need to take action, because at the end of the day, we don't really know what action there is to take. It's about allowing yourself to feel, connecting with those feelings, connecting with those emotions, and then once you feel ready to take action, that action will be easier to make because you actually know how you feel. So we recently had a full moon. The full moon took place on the 2nd of September. And I'm not certain if any of you out there really connect with the astrology, and I can tell you for a fact that I wasn't big in astrology before until I decided to go and study it for myself, and it started to help me understand things in a very different light. It started to help me understand things about myself, but it also started to help me understand why I was feeling the way I was feeling in certain moments. And so with the sun currently placed in Virgo, Virgo is a sign which is all about service to others. Virgo is also a sign which is also very logical and analytical, which means when the sun is in Virgo, we're more likely to spend a lot of time trying to understand from a logical point of view what is going on, and trying to understand how we can make the best decisions for ourselves. But at the end of the day, the mind cannot comprehend everything on its own. You need to bring the heart into the equation, because the heart is also what will help you to understand what you truly, truly, truly desire. And I think that not enough of the time do we actually allow ourselves to listen to our heart, because we're so worried about what everyone else will think and what everything around us will say about the decisions that we're making. Whereas it's really more important to be happy for yourself, because at the end of the day, you live with yourself for the rest of your life, and it's important that you put yourself first and be happy within your life, because once you are, it makes it a lot easier for you to make the decisions that you need to move forward. So coming back to the astrology, with the full moon being in Virgo, you might be noticing that you're being very analytical and there are a lot of thoughts coming up. But now what the full moon does is the full moon brings to light a lot of the things that we were not previously aware about. So anything that you might be thinking about at this time, anything that seems to be coming up, things that you thought you might have processed that are coming up, this is simply help from the universe telling you these are the things that you haven't dealt with that you need to let go of. These are the things that are holding you back. These are the things that you are not surrendering to because you're holding on to them, but they're not helping you move forward on your journey that is life. So surrendering to yourself basically means allowing yourself to connect with your fears and knowing that they are just fears. You can overcome them. A lot of these fears are fear of the unknown, fear of what is going to come next. And I can tell you that I am someone who is of an extremely analytical mind, and it has taken me some time to learn how to surrender to myself and to stop always trying to see things from an analytical standpoint, because sometimes the mind cannot compute what the mind cannot see. And there are always things going on around us that we may not necessarily know in that instant, but will come to have more clarity when time passes. So the full moon being in the sign of Pisces, Pisces is a sign which is extremely spiritual, and what I mean by spiritual is simply it's a sign that really connects with intuition, that really connects with feeling, that really connects with our emotions. And so the full moon in Pisces is showing us that there needs to be more connection to our intuition, more connection to our feelings, more connection to our emotions, allowing ourselves to take the time to question, how am I feeling in this moment? How does this make me feel? Why am I feeling this way? What can I do in order to make myself feel better about whatever is making me feel this way? It's simply about questioning how you're feeling, and not necessarily asking why am I feeling this way, and reproaching yourself for feeling this way, but simply connecting to that feeling and allowing that feeling to sit with you and taking notice that this is a feeling that you're having, because we have emotions for a reason. These are simply processes that we need to get through in order to move through to the next stage of our life. So allow yourself to follow your gut instinct. Anything that your mind is telling you isn't so, but your gut is telling you this is what needs to be, follow that. See where it leads you. Even if it's scary, allow yourself to connect with that and see where it will lead you. I was so scared of change for the longest time. It was so difficult for me to make changes in my life. It's always easy to stay within our comfort zone, but when you take a leap of faith and you trust your heart and know deep within your heart that what you're doing is not for you and there is something else that you could be doing which would make you happy, then see where that leads you. Don't allow fear to stop you from living the life that you really want. Stop allowing fear of the unknown to keep you in that comfort zone which isn't serving you. Because at the end of the day, the only way people live the life that they want isn't purely about luck. It's people who go out there and follow their dreams. People who say, you know what? I'm not going to let this fear hold me back. I'm simply just going to move past it and do the things that scare me, because when you do the things that scare you, it helps you to grow. It helps you to uncover parts of yourself that you didn't know were there. So surrender to yourself. Surrender to who you know deep within your heart that you are, because at the end of the day, that is the true you. That is the higher you. That is the you that you were destined to be here in this lifetime. So all I can repeat to you, beautiful souls, is be you. Be you. Be you 100% of the time. When you were born, the planets were aligned in a very specific order, and that specific order gave you a certain energy imprint. And that energy imprint gave you access to certain gifts. And those gifts may be something like being super talkative, or having the ability to make people feel comfortable, or just having the ability to always know how you feel. Things that you may not think are a gift, but these things are a gift because they are here to help you on your path. They are here to help you connect with who you are and help you be the best version of yourself. So be you, be authentically you, and just, excuse my language, fuck what other people say, because nobody knows what you have been through. Nobody knows where you are and who you are and why you make the decisions that you do. Only you know. Only you know what is best for you. So as long as you put yourself first always, and as long as you trust yourself always no matter what, then you will always be on the right path and you will always come out stronger than you were before. And the energies this month are really, really supporting that growth. So take the time to visualize and to question what it is that you truly desire. And no matter what, follow that vision, because the energies this month are truly supporting you to connect with what you want. Allow yourself to believe, no matter what, that you are capable of what your heart desires. And forever, you will never stumble. So trust yourself. Trust yourself. Even if it is painful or scary, you will always come out stronger. Live in your outcome. Live in the destiny where you wish to be. See that, visualize that, hold that in your heart no matter what, and you will be able to manifest what it is that you truly desire for yourself. So, beautiful souls, remember, put you first, love yourself, cherish yourself, trust yourself more than anything, and connect with your intuition, because your intuition will never lead you down the wrong path. But it's hard and scary to sometimes think that what we think to be true may not be true. Just follow your instinct. It will never ever lead you astray. Thank you always for your support, and I wish you the best of luck on this journey. You will discover parts of yourself that you didn't know exist, and I promise you it is a journey which is just beginning. I love you all so much, and I'm sending you so much love and light.